And so, good evening to all of our partners in Africa, in South Africa, in Nigeria, our global partners that are joining us, all of our amazing leaders from around the globe. We see you, we recognize you. We thank you so much for your consistency in getting on this call. Tonight promises to be amazing. Now, you might think that you know someone, but until you get them to a place where they share certain information about themselves, and then you realize, oh, wow, I didn't even know that part about Neil, and I've been working with her for this number of years. And the same thing would happen to you tonight. If you think that you know Nic Papas, wait as we get on this call, you would get to know a different side of Nic Papas, the ever so consistent Nic Papas, a leader, always there helping everyone across all teams. We're super, super excited because this is our very own, and he's also a partner council members. My name once again is Blessing Edetobanowu. I am head of business development for Africa, and I've got on the call with me Neil Tunyai, my colleague in business development, who just finished speaking with us a few seconds ago. We have a sort of fluctuating connection in Nigeria today. So if I get on off the call at any point in time, I'll try to reconnect. There's a nationwide protest. So I don't know if that has anything to do with the internet, but that's what it is, just to let the team know. But I'm super excited. I would do everything to connect back because I want to hear. I don't even want to wait to watch the recording. I want to hear it live from the legend. And so before we get to hearing from the legend, let me share a little introduction about this amazing legend ourselves here in Africa, in South Africa, a partner council member. Nic Papas was born and raised in Bloemfontein. He attended the University of Free State after school and graduated in sales and marketing as well as personal management. He did his 2-year national service in the Air Force and then moved to Johannesburg after that. He was in corporate South Africa for 25 years as sales director in a huge listed global company and built a huge property portfolio during the time that he spent in corporate. With the 2008 market crash, he lost everything, and then he had to start from the very beginning. But this time with a different approach. And that approach was living his life on his own terms. In 2010, he was involved in the World Cup soccer held in South Africa. And because of his love for the beautiful game, he took ownership of a failing soccer club at the same time and managed to spend more time with his son, who also loves soccer. In 2013, he decided to concentrate only on football club and then retired from corporate South Africa. In 2016, he started his network marketing journey in a travel company. And at the beginning of 2019, this same company merged with then Aris, who has now merged with New Age and what we now know today as PartnerCo. Nic Papas has found a happy place with PartnerCo and is super excited at what is happening in PartnerCo and what the future holds for us in Africa and as a global company. Partners in Africa, it is with great pleasure and I'm deeply humbled to introduce to you tonight our very own Nic Papas. Over to you, Nic.
Blessing, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. It's so nice to see everybody on the call here tonight. I'm truly humbled and honored to be on the call because at the outset, I just want to say that whatever we've done, wherever we are, all of us here on this call, we didn't do it alone. We did it together as a team. So my name is Nic, as you Blessing mentioned, those of you that don't know me, I'm here in Johannesburg, in South Africa, and I want to, just before I prepared a little presentation, but before I go into the presentation, I just want to give you guys a little story about me. You know, when I left corporate South Africa, I got involved in football, soccer, as we also know it here, in a big way here in South Africa. And because my son was young, that was what actually spurred me on. And the one day at one of the soccer practices, one of the parents came to me and said to me that I must go with him to a presentation. Now, this is how life's journey takes you. You know, when the unexpected happens, you know, we've got a saying we always use, that Richard Branson says. He says, if somebody offers you an opportunity and you're not sure what it's all about, just say yes and learn about it afterwards. And that's what I did. I went to a presentation. I saw the presentation there. This was the start of my network marketing career after the 2008 crash, where I was full of properties. And if those of you that know and have read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, there's two kinds of debts. There's good debt and there's bad debt. The bad debt is the credit card. We all know what happens when you max that credit card and to try and pay that credit card off. It's not easy, right? But there's good debt as well, and that's brick and mortar. So I always knew. I used to go and buy townhouses, 1, 2, and 3 bedroom townhouses, as if I was going to Woolworths. That was me. You know, I landed up owning about 70 townhouses at one stage. And in 2008, I saw it all coming tumbling down with a crash. So, as they say, you know what? As long as you never quit, take it as a lesson. Take it as a lesson. And that's exactly what I did. So, fast forward 2013, got involved with the football club, and in 2016, fully involved with network marketing. And after the presentation, I said, I'm in. And this is my journey, and I'm going to take you through the journey then and now, because that's the theme that I have decided to go with, because it's pertinent to Africa. It's pertinent to Africa. You must remember, all of us here on the African continent are starting from ground zero. So if anybody ever told you that network marketing is a get-rich-quick scheme, it's not. It's a business. It's a business that you've got to take, you've got to nurture, and you've got to look after it and make sure you follow the system. But not only that, we are different to the rest of the world because we are starting from zero. We're starting from zero. We haven't merged with other companies like PartnerCo has done all over the world. And they've come with teams. We haven't done that. Whoever's on the call here today is the pioneer, is the is that person that has the first move advantage. So I'm going to share my screen and just take you guys on this journey of then and now. Okay, because you are your own limit, and so the then and the now is exactly what I explained. So here's where I was in 2018 on the soccer field. In fact, this picture was taken in Sweden when I took these under 11 boys to the Gothia Cup in Sweden. Now, those of you that know the Gothia Cup or know football, it's the biggest youth tournament in the world that's held annually. So if you look at the picture of me there, that was before I found out that there's a supplement called Hero and a super fruit juice called Tahitian honey juice. So that's my under 11s, and this is my under 17s, the winners of the league in 2019. I'm just showing you my then, right? And notice there, also again, not involved in the business yet. Still doing my business before it merged with Oryx. And here's where I started. This is my journey in network marketing. So in 2016, the business was called Mavi. Mavi was bought and merged with Oryx in 2019. And then in 2020, Oryx merged with New Age, and New Age then obviously in 2021, PartnerCo got involved, and that's where we are today. So those of you that are close to me and know I love this saying on top there is what I live by. Your attitude and not your aptitude will determine your altitude. It's all about attitude. Success or excuse, that's the choice you have to make. Where you want to go today, that's your choice. You need to decide. So you're looking at the screen there and you're seeing the African continent. Now, the African continent, in my opinion, is the most underestimated continent in the whole world, because people don't understand and they don't know that the magnitude of this continent is actually beyond somebody's imagination. And if you haven't seen this slide before, I've shown it a long time ago. I showed this slide. This slide is the African continent. Now, why am I showing you this slide? I'm showing you this slide because this is what I see. This is what I see. This is the potential that we have. We have to realize the opportunity that we have on the African continent, because every single continent, country, whatever you're going to call it, fits onto the African continent. You'll see there's the United States, there's China, there's India, there's the eastern part of Europe. And if you look on the top there, I've made an arrow in 3 countries, Italy, France, and Spain. And the reason why I made the arrow up there is because as small as they are, they generate the most sales in PartnerCo to date. And they've always done it, these 3 together. As small as they are. So it doesn't matter where you are in this world. If you apply your mind and you know your product and you go out there and you do what you have to do, you and your why, the why that you're supposed to have. If you have a strong enough why, the how is very easy. So this is the African continent. This is what we have. This is what I see. This is why I don't stop. This is why I'm tenacious. I'm relentless. I don't give up, because I know. Because of the position that we're in, we're starting from zero. And zero will take us to momentum, and momentum will take us to the tipping point. And once we hit the tipping point, and it's not going to be long, once we hit the tipping point, it's A for away for every single one of us. So somebody offers you an opportunity, like I said, and you're not sure how to do it, just say yes and learn how to do it later. This is an amazing saying. So the then, and a lot of you will resonate with what I'm showing you here, because way back in the day, in 2021, when we started with our Zoom calls and all that, this was our Zoom calls. This is a screenshot. And then it led to the eventual launching of Nigeria, because Nigeria also took time, but Nigeria launched. And then this is my favorite. When we launched New Age, this was the flyer. This was the flyer, myself, Nic Papas, and Henry Pell. We together still today. Why? Because we haven't given up. We won't give up. And we've got you guys on our teams that also are running with us. And that's the amazing part of our business. And this is why I love what I do. And by loving what you're doing, success is a definite, because you're out there and you can see the difference what you can make in somebody's life. And the more people you bless, the more money you will make at the end of the day. Because that's what we're all doing this for. Longevity, creating legacy businesses. So again, the then and the now. If you look at the screen there, this is the pics we used when we launched the Hero brand. These 5 products that you see on the screen there with the samples. Okay. And then we developed, and now this is what it looks like. But it gets better because we've not only added product to our launch products, we've also changed the look. Then and now. In 2021, the Hero, the Thermo, and the Nighttime looked like it looks on the left-hand side, right? In 2024, this is what they look like today. So the relevance of this, guys, the relevance of this is what you've got today will be different next year, in 6 months' time, next week. It's up to you. And if you stay long enough, if you stay on this ship, you will see something happen here that you will say, thank goodness I never jumped ship. I never got off the bus. Even my story, even my pictures that I used to show in 2020, the before and the afters, that's even changed, modernized. Then and now. Now, many of you have heard this term, teamwork makes the dream work. Now, it's not just a term that we use or a phrase, whatever you want to call it. It's what your business has to have. A team, because within you will, and if your why is, never forget why you joined this business. Never forget why you joined this business. Remember, what we're selling here, what we have in South Africa, in Nigeria, soon to be more countries in Africa, is exactly the same that the rest of the world's got. And you can argue with me with this point, because I will argue back and I will say, you know what? We're in over 50 countries. We're in over 50 countries. We don't need to only do business in South Africa and Nigeria, or Southern Africa and Nigeria. We can do business wherever we open. That's why we have exactly the same products as what the international market's got. We have one thing that they don't have, and that's the Hero brand here in South Africa. But said, as long as you're teachable, coachable, and trainable, you will succeed in this business. And that just means, unlike what many are used to in the corporate world, in marketing, you need to follow a system. And if you follow a system of duplication, a system that you get trained how to do it, as long as you follow what the leader is showing you, he's not your boss, he's your teammate, mate. That leader is in the same team as you. That leader might not be in the same team as you, but he's helping you and you helping him or her create the momentum. Because remember what I said, with momentum comes the tipping point. And once you hit the tipping point, people are going to come to you, not you go to them. So you've got to understand the importance of a team. You've got to understand the importance of the team. Yes, customers in our business. Those customers, the customers that people that only buy the products. But you need a team to create the residual that you are looking for. You need that team so that day you want to go on the beach and make money while other people are doing the business for you to make the money. Something that many that start in this business forget. And that's the importance to understand the comp plan. Because if you understand the comp plan, you understand the business. You understand why onboarding somebody properly is going to leave you the results that you're going to need in order to be successful in this business. If you just bring somebody on in your business and you leave them and you expect them to swim alone, network marketing is going to crucify you. And that's what it does. That's why we have the biggest amount of people quitting in any industry in the world. And that's also why we create the most millionaires every single year, because the people that stay are the people that see. They see it. They know the then, and they know the now, and they live the future today. So when you're in network marketing, you're in it for yourself. It's your business. You joined because it's your business. You're starting a little business for yourself, whether you want it as a second income, whether you're a single mom or dad, or whether you haven't got any employment and you're looking for something to do to get you the income that you want, to put food on your table, to create a legacy, because this business carries on forever as long as you do it right from the beginning. Okay? You're not alone if you belong to a team. Because in a team, the excuse of I can't sell, if you're in a team, the excuse of I don't have time falls away. Because there's other people that have the same interest as you in your business as you have in theirs. Because teamwork makes the dream work. And that's why that little sentence is so important. So if you teach others to duplicate, not be a boss, to duplicate what you do, you will have a team that's second to none. If you look at anybody, all the top leaders overseas in our international markets, follow them, see how they're operating, see what they do. You might have a different comp plan to the US or Europe. You might have a smaller team as what the other top leaders have. Doesn't matter. They were where you are today at some stage when they started. Today, they are where they are because they saw what they can do. They understand and understood the then and the now, and they know that it'll never be the same. It will always get better, but you have to change. You have to change your thinking. So let's take Tahitian noni juice, for example. And I'm going to teach you and show you and tell you about something today that you can make money with this product, even if you only sell this product. Because Tahitian noni juice is available in all the 50 countries that we're in. There are millionaires being made with this product. Nigeria alone sold $46 million in the 10 years noni was in Nigeria. I'm not talking about now. They sold $46 million worth of Tahitian noni bottles in that 10 years. And that's a fact. So in Japan, they're selling millions and millions and millions of dollars, Tahitian noni juice. In the US, they go by noni's back. They are selling the product out there, but they're not selling it. The product is not something that you're going to buy off the counter. The advantage is nobody can buy this product unless it's part of the PartnerCo group. If you're not a brand partner, you're not going to get this product. You can only get it from a brand partner. So why am I saying this? Noni juice is available in Southern Africa and in Nigeria. So now I've just done a calculation here in rand terms. So if you're watching the recording and you want to go and calculate rand to the naira, one PV is 400 naira. So do the math. But for this call, I've just done it in rand. So let's say you want to make 10,000 rand a month. You want to make 10,000 rand a month over and above what you're making today in the job and the job that you're in. You want to make another 10,000 rand a month. How are you going to do it? Very easy. Very easy. How are you going to do it? By telling your story. Because facts tell and stories sell. So how are we going to do that? What's the calculation? Today, we have a promotion on the noni, right? These are promotional prices. So if you buy one case of noni today, you're going to pay 1,900 rand for that case. Okay. That's 475 rand a bottle. That's what that bottle is going to cost you today at the promo price. You're going to sell that case for 3,400 rand a case, which works out to 850 rand a bottle. Your profit for that case is 1,500 rand for that case, one case. Per bottle, your profit is 375 rand for the bottle. Okay. So now, how are we going to do this 10,000 rand thing? Remember what I told you about the compensation plan. Now, I know the compensation plan backwards. Why? Because I do the Zoom calls. I do the Zoom calls. Now, remember, I've said it and I always say it, the money is in the clicker. The money is in the clicker. If for those of you that have been in network marketing prior to COVID, we're going to go back into it soon here in Africa, but a live event is the best event. If you want to build a team, have home parties, home opportunity meetings. There you will start building your team. There you bring a leader with you. The leader will do the presentation, and the leader will ensure that the people that are there, most of them will sign up, because people suffer from FOMO. They will see this one signing up. They will have heard. The higher, the quicker you get in, the quicker you'll make money, all this. Okay. So you need to understand how the business works. You need to understand that, and what I was saying with the live events, sorry, I just lost my train of thought there, but the live events, we always say the money is in the front. The money is in the front. So when I do a live event, the first thing I do is I bring everybody forward to me, so that they're close to me, not away from me, because people are scared. They're scared. They've seen a lot of comedians out there, when they do a comedy show or whatever, they pick the guys in the front. So subconsciously people go, they start filling up from the back. You bring them to the front, because the money is in the front. Okay, number one. And number two, you show the testimonials. You show the testimonial. And the testimonials is the same as taking a picture from your cell phone, except a testimonial is real. You can touch it at a live event. So you use the product to tell your story. So you have to become the product of the product, because how do you sell something if you don't know what you're talking about? And you haven't experienced it, number one. Number two, if somebody sounds like he lost his cat and is very depressed, and he comes to you and he wants to tell you about the product, are you going to buy from him? No. You have to be excited, because it's contagious. That is contagious, because people suffer from FOMO. They want what you have. Okay. Refer them to the facts of the product. So be excited and be sincere. It's never lie to somebody, because you're going to get away with it once, twice. Our products are backed by science. Our products are carefully tailored. Our products come with fact sheets, which you have on your PartnerCo share app, which nobody else has in our industry. We have the number one compensation plan. Do you understand? Can you hear the excitement that I've got in my voice? That is what keeps me going, because I see what's going on there. I see the potential. Yes, you have your down weeks, but you have your up weeks. You have more up weeks than down weeks, because the down weeks is because of you. Everything is because of you. The down weeks is because you've forgotten about the people at the bottom, people below you, not at the bottom, below you, your team. People buy what the product does, and also from you, because they trust you. So it's not something you're going to go sell. When you're sitting with your friend, your colleague, your work colleague, the petrol jockey, the waiter, your cousin that you haven't seen, your friend's friend, and you start talking about the product, they're going to listen. Because they're going to listen to what the product's done to you and relate it to themselves. Set a goal. If you set a goal to sell one case a week, you're on your way to the 10,000. But if you set a goal without a plan, it stays a dream. So set your goal. How are you going to go out there and sell one case per week of noni, Tahitian noni? By sitting at home? No. But what we used to do, and what you need to do, and what you must get back to doing, is go sit in a restaurant. Go sit somewhere where people are around and have your noni with you and talk to people about the product. Tell the story, what it's done for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9 people will say no, but they've heard it, they've seen it. The 10th one will buy it. Okay. Why do they say network marketing? The more no's you get, the closer you come to the yeses. And the yes will always be there. That's why that yes becomes a team member. But the no's is not a no, like we know. It's a not now. Because tomorrow when it's tipping point time, they will see, but I remember that person told me about it. I remember I need to ask them about it. I heard that this product has done X to that person. I need that product. So the more stories, the more you are seen on social media. If you look at Yolandi, you look at Henri, you look at me, you look at Sarah, you look at a lot of us on this call here. We're on social media, right? Yes, you're going to get people that are going to unfollow you. That's fine. We wish them well. You're going to get people that are going to unfriend you. We wish them well also. But you're going to get people that are going to follow you. And listen, the haters will follow you even more. They won't comment, but they'll watch you. They'll see what you're doing. And tomorrow they're going to come and phone you. Because what happens in our business in the beginning, people watch. They see how much money is that person going to make? How much money can he make? But when you start making the money, and how do you make the money? You make the money with your team. If you have a team, your team is going to help you make the money. And what's happening in Southern Africa, let me use that now. What's happening and what's planned for Southern Africa. I'm not saying that nothing's planned for our brothers and sisters up north. But in Southern Africa, being part of Partners Council, I can tell you that there's lots coming. There's lots coming. So if you got any intentions to jump ship, you're going to make the mistake. What you need to do is go out there and create your team, but create it very quickly. Because what's coming is going to send us to the next stratosphere. All this that I showed you on the top there is known as retail profit. I told you the importance of the compensation plan. The compensation plan. Now, about Nic, you've heard me speak. You've heard me speak with confidence. Will you buy from me? I'm sure you will. Why? Because you can hear, I know what I'm saying. You've got the confidence to listen to me. And lots of you on this call the same. Imagine now you timid, you don't come forward. Is that person going to give you his support? They're going to maybe, but they're going to think first. But if you come with determination, if you come with knowledge, if you come with confidence, it's very difficult for somebody to say no to you. So the explanation I showed there is what's called the upfront income in the compensation plan. And then we have the next upfront income, which is the first order bonus. Now I'm leading to the 10,000 Rand a month that I told you you can make. And you don't have to eventually work. It'll just come to you every month. The first order bonus. Now, 4 cases of Noni at the promo price now. The total point volume for those 4 cases is 300 PV. Okay? Per case. 300 PV. The first order bonus, over and above the 6,000 Rand that you're going to make if you sell the 4 cases in 1 month, the 300 PV works out to, at 35%, 105 PV. Now, 105 PV multiplied by 15 Rand, because 1 PV is 15 Rand in South African currency. That totals 1,575 Rand. So now you're up at 7,575 Rand selling those 4 cases. Okay, that's the profit you're going to make. So that's called upfront income. Now, the power of the compensation plan, knowing how the compensation plan works. And in my training, I've shown you guys. Just concentrate on the three. The two upfront incomes, and then the third one, base commission. Base commission is the residual in your business. It applies to your pay line volume that's generated in a week. And I've taken this now and I've said, right, if your pay line volume happens to be 300 PV for that week, you're going to get 10% of the 300 PV. And remember, we said one PV is 15 Rand. You're going to get another 450 Rand. Another 450 Rand over and above the 6,500, the 7,575 Rand. That gives you another close to 8,000 Rand. Okay, so now you're going to the end of the month. You've now made your 8,000 Rand. That's just with Tahitian Noni juice. Do we have another product? We have what we call the hero brand for Southern Africa. Now, you have a team, or you have a team selling more Nonis for the sake of our Nigerian brothers and sisters. So your 8,000 Rand on the 4 cases that you've sold, your team has generated another 2,000 Rand in Rand value, PV, that adds to your 8,000 Rand commission. So now there's your 10,000 Rand that you're going to earn for that month. Imagine you get more products, what's going to happen here? But let's just stay with the 10,000 Rand. Now I want to ask you a question. You're looking at the 10,000 Rand there. That's just a 10,000 Rand number that you see. Now I want you to close your eyes and just hear what I'm asking you. The 10,000 Rand that you're going to get by just doing this, by just stepping up, by switching gears, the 10,000 Rand, can it pay for school fees? Can it buy you the groceries you need on a monthly basis? Can it give you a weekend away? Can it buy you a second-hand scooter? Can it pay your medical aid? Can it allow you to give your family that little bit of extra clothing that they need? 10,000 Rand extra a month. You don't have to go and spend hundreds of thousands of rands starting a business. You don't have to worry about an overdraft. You don't have to worry about keeping stock. None of that gets done for you. That's why network marketing is the best business ever. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. So this is my final. No matter how you feel, get up, dress up, show up, and never give up. Blessings. That's me. Thank you. I hope the message was through. I hope I put the message out there to everybody. I hope we all know that, you know what, we're sitting with something, we're sitting on gold here. Be Tahitian Noni junkies. Go out there, the rest will follow. Thank you, Blessing. Thank you, Neil.
Wow. Wow. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, the legend himself, Nic Papas. I jotted so many things down right here on my jotter as Nick was speaking. But of all the things that I jotted, the last slide to me described the Nick that I know. No matter how you feel, get up, dress up, show up, never give up. If you ask me in the middle of the night, any time of the day to describe Nick, those are the very words that I would use to describe him. I probably never really know how he feels because he always shows up. What he's going through because he always shows up all the time. What an amazing Zoom we've had tonight. I hope that you've learned a lot of things, starting with the fact that as Africa, we have a special position in this business. We have been specially positioned at this time. As Neil likes to say, this is our time. I wish I could say it in Afrikaans. This is our time. Africa, this is our time, all right? This is our time. We are specially positioned to optimize and to make all of the changes that we can make, all of the impacts that we can make to our world, starting with our community. Nic has said it, apply your mind, all right? What is your why? Why are you on this call tonight? Why have you joined this community of health enthusiasts, of men and women seeking to impact and to change their community through health, creating more wealth, and creating a more happier society? That's what Nic represents, and that's what all of us on this call are for. What is your why? Do you have a system like Nic mentioned? Are you building a team or you're a customer base? Do you know that you can actually make more impact and probably make more profit as you build a team? And the opportunities are enormous when you build a team. Nic has mentioned so many opportunities. Have you been properly onboarded? It is important that you're properly onboarded. It helps you in understanding all that you need, creating a platform for you to be able to excel with our company. Awesome. And don't forget to tell your story. Don't forget to tell your story. Do you have a story? Are you a product of the product Nic mentioned? Is love for Taisha Noni and of course the hero brand of products. Thank you so much, Nic, for bringing all of this alive for us on this amazing call. Do we have any questions for Nic? We have a couple of minutes to take questions, and Nic is open to answering the questions. Please let us know in the chat box if you have any questions, or you could just unmute and raise your hand. I know every day I connect with people from across all teams who would tell me, hey, Blessing, so they're coming to me for something else. And a lot of times in the conversation, they would say, oh, I spoke to Nic. I spoke to Nic. I would hear that over and over. Even though I know that for a lot of you, you're not in Nic's team, but Nic extends that hand of leadership, of support, of holding hands across all teams. So thank you so much, Nic, for that. Thank you. Yolandi has a question for you, Nic. Isn't that beautiful that the first question will come from Yolandi? She's asking, how did you become so successful? What are some of the values and strategies that you owed? How did you become so successful? What can we learn from you tonight? How did you become so successful?
You know, when you want to get to the top, when you want to get to the top, you need to apply your mind. In other words, you need to allow for an element of risk. So fear has two meanings. Fear has two meanings. Forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. Oh. And in 2008, when I went from hero to zero, I said, you know what? I chased my dream. I went to the top. I got knocked down. And you know what? I'm still there. I'm still there. I'm still standing, as that song goes. I'll sing it for you if you want. But I got up and I said, I'll go again. I'll go again, because nothing will come in our way. And that's the same attitude I have for what's going on with PartnerCo. You know, I'm going to say it again. We're sitting on a continent that has just everything everything and opportunity for all of us. We have a management team that is throwing everything behind us. We have our corporate that is throwing everything behind the field, that are there when we need. We have products that are coming in. What happens to us? We're just going to go up and up and up, and that leads to the successes. So if you've got a strong mind, remember, don't forget to read. Don't forget to read, because knowledge is power, but if you apply that knowledge, it's powerful. You know, if your personal development is part of success. If you look at all the successful people today, they read. Leaders are readers. So not only do you have to go out there and do the work, not only do you have to step out of your comfort zone, not only do you have to go fearless. Remember, you're not alone in this business. And that's the advantages of this business. There's always somebody that's going to hold your hand. There's always somebody that's going to step up in front of you. There's always somebody. You can go on holiday. You can do whatever you like. There'll always be somebody that's going to take your place and up there until you can re-engage. There's all these things that our business makes it exclusive. So I live by a simple attitude, if you want to call it. I live my life. I was in corporate for 25 years, and I decided that was me. I'm now going to live. I'm now going to play on the soccer field. I'm now going to coach. I'm going to have fun. And you know what? I'm going to tell them about my products, and I'm going to make money doing that. And that's just the way I am. If I go on holiday, I'm not working, I'm telling a story. Whether it's going to bring me money, that's my advantage. That's it. You know, that's why I'm always smiling. Look, I'm smiling. I'm fine. Never sad. Never sad. There's no such a thing as that. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Thank you so much, Nic. Thank you, Nic. Sarah Ryan had a question in the chat box right there. She said she would love to learn more about hosting events. And if you have any key points you would like to share with them, remember you mentioned about confidence. Anyone will buy a product from you listening to you. And I can also attest to the fact that you've been very consistent with your Zoom call. I remember even before we launched, you were one of the few people, indigenous people, that was very, very consistent with the Zoom, and you have stayed true till this. So what can you share about hosting events? What are some key points that you can share?
So events are very, very important in network marketing, in our business. And I love events. I love events, and I'm encouraging the team to start the events again. You know, COVID spoiled us. COVID, in a way, has made us lazy. And I'm not meaning it in a derogatory way. COVID has spoiled us and said to us that we can sit at home and, and have events. But an event is very simple. An event is, if you have, for example, a team of 5 people. Let's say you have a team of 5 people. In your team now, remember what I said about duplication. So now you've onboarded the people and you've taught them, you've shown them duplication, and you've got to develop the culture. A culture of, we have, like I have a Zoom on a Tuesday night and a Thursday night. Mostly on a Thursday night now, but on a Tuesday and a Thursday, you knew Nic was doing a Zoom. Okay. On a Monday night, we have the training calls, and on a Thursday night, we have the success calls. They know now you have 5 people in your team. One person in the team each week hosts a home party, a home opportunity meeting. Now, a home opportunity meeting doesn't need to be 100 people. A home opportunity meeting doesn't have to be 10 people. A home opportunity meeting can be 5 people. Right. So the 5 people in the team, you tell them bring one person to the home opportunity meeting, to the home party. So now you've got the 5 brand partners plus 5 new people, and you've got the leader there as well, the leader of the team. Okay. The leader then does what we do on a Zoom live. Does what we do on a Zoom live. And I can tell you now, out of the 5 people, 1 will sign. Minimum. 1 will sign. Now, 1 is good enough, because if you apply the power of 4 to that 1 person, your team will grow. And what does that mean for those that don't understand the power of 4? 1 person. You teach them to bring 4 people. Right. And imagine those 4 people get taught and they bring 4 people. Next thing, you got 100 people from that 1 person. It's easier said than done, but do you understand where I'm going here? So you do that, and then the next week, another person from that team hosts another one. So it doesn't have to be from the same team, guys. So Joe might want to do a home party in Centurion, in Pretoria. She's not in my team. But I know she's got a home party, and I have an uncle that stays in Pretoria. And I know Joe's having a home party in that date. I phoned Joe. Joe, I'm going to send my uncle to you, to your home party. Please take care of him. That's if I can't go there. Joe has been alerted. Joe's uncle arrives, and he's at the home party. If uncle wants to sign, Joe will take the details. Either Joe will sign it on my behalf or forward me the details and I'll close. And that's how you build the business. And eventually it snowballs. If you look at what's gone on in the US today, with what they've done with their live events, that's what's happening there. That's what's going on. That's what we can do. There is 32 people on this call. Imagine I say to you guys, on Tuesday night, I'm doing a Zoom, 32 of us. Please invite 1 person to that Zoom next Tuesday. 32 extra people come on there. And I start making noise on that Zoom. For all of us, you know what? Do we have a business or don't we have a business? It's as simple as that. It doesn't have to be difficult. I hope that answers the question.
Thank you so much, Nic. I'm certain that answered the questions, because I saw Sarah, thumbs up on that. Thank you so much, Nic. It's been a pleasure hosting you tonight. Thank you for sharing with us amazing and golden nuggets that will help the team to be able to succeed in this business and even in your personal life. Remember that Nic has, a degree in all of this, personal development, and we thank him immensely for sharing with us golden nuggets to help us in our business. And Nic has done so much for us tonight. He's also shared with us the ABC, how to make some money. So are you on this call tonight and you've been struggling? Nic has shared with us the ABC to make money in this business if you're in Southern Africa or in Nigeria. Be sure to watch this recording afterwards. Neil, what are your thoughts?
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. If you are on this call this evening as a new brand partner, I'm waiting to see those enrollments coming in, definitely. And if you are a brand partner that is already signed up with us and you've been battling with your upfront income, not knowing how to get your commission in, Nic has explained everything in details. That's what we want to do. He's outlined the very most important part of our business is, multi-level marketing. People come into the business, like I always say, for many reasons. And one of those reasons is to make money, make sure that we put the right, and he has taught us how to make our first commission, our retail, as well as our FOB front first order bonus. He's outlined everything. So if there's anything that you have not and blessing, if you need more help, business development is working in collaboration with our partner council members as well as the field to make sure that we get everybody informed. Book your one-on-one as well with business development. We are looking forward to helping the field to become the products of the products and to be able to earn at their maximum. Thank you, Blessing. And thank you, Nic. We appreciate you, sir.
Thank you so much, Africa. Thank you, Nic. Thank you so much. And I'll let Nic close for us tonight. But if you have not learned anything from Nic tonight, is that no matter how you feel, get up, dress up, and show up. Nic.
Absolutely. And I'm Top Gun.
Absolutely.
If you've watched the movie Top Gun, that's my story. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Africa. Good night, Nigeria.
Thank you, Africa.
Good night, South Africa.
Good night. Thank you so much, Nic.
Night. Good night, everyone.
Thank
you. Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you so much, Nic.
This different. Don't think, just do.
Just do it, coach.
All right, nice one. I learned a lot.